If you'd asked just 24 hours earlier, we never would have said we'd be in Benidorm. This trip wasn't part of the agenda. It wasn't part of the plan. It all happened on a whim. We wanted to mix things up. Some of you might remember a video I made recently where I explored Alicante during the Hogueras de San Juan. I didn't want to just repeat that experience, so I started thinking of ways to make this journey more interesting. After a little digging, we discovered that we could actually take the tram all the way to Benidorm. At first, it was a little bit of a joke, like imagine just heading to Benidorm for the day. But then we realized it actually makes a lot of sense. Benidorm is closer to Valencia, where we live, so why not give it a go and see if we could make our way back from there? My girlfriend and I were also up for an adventure, so we decided it was worth it. Benidorm is also somewhere I would never normally choose to visit. I've heard plenty about it, of course, but I wanted to see it for myself. And what made it stand out? I went in with no expectations, but an open mind. And as a Brit, it feels like one of the most stereotypical places to visit in Spain. Let's see how it compares to some of the other places we've explored on this channel. Welcome to Benidorm. We've just got off the tranvia, which took us all the way from Alicante to here. Super cheap, by the way, like €5 for 2 tickets. So I'm surprised how affordable it is, but we have all our stuff with us. We didn't actually have a hotel booked. That gave us a real mix of emotions. On one hand, there was the excitement, a sense of adventure, just going with the flow. But on the other hand, there was that slight concern that maybe we'd bitten off more than we could chew. We had no idea where we were going. We didn't even know if there were going to be any rooms available. After all, here we were in the middle of summer in Benidorm at peak season, looking for somewhere to stay the night. The big question is, did we manage to find a place? Keep watching to find out what happens. So we have the police station right here, which is good if we have any problems. There's a 3-star hotel just at the end, and here is a hotel. It's 1 star, we're gonna check it out. To give you a bit of context, the first hotel we checked out doesn't actually have a main reception. It's owned by another hotel, which means that if you want to rent a room there, you have to go to the main hotel and request it. And that's exactly what we plan to do. To skip past the boring parts of us jumping from hotel to hotel to hotel, let's just say that eventually we found something on booking.com and booked it right away. Okay guys, we have been into a few places and yeah, the prices are quite high. We found a decent deal on booking.com, so we're walking there now. I'll be honest, since I arrived here I was expecting to see British people everywhere, but I have not seen any whatsoever. Really, so far it's been Spaniards, makes sense, and Latinos, but nothing else. In Benidorm, you get the impression that there are loads of British people. And to be fair, that image is pushed on us even before you step foot here. But the truth is, they're not the majority. Around 65% of the population are Spanish. The British make up 7%. After that, you've got Romanians at roughly 4%, and then Latin Americans. The biggest groups are Ecuadorians and Argentinians, each close to 2%. And then Colombians just behind that at 1.7%. So yes, there are a lot of Brits, but the city is mainly Spanish, with strong Latin American and European communities. And this then shapes the culture. And of course, Benidorm has its own unique culture because of this. And that's something people often overlook. There's this idea that Spanish culture is just one thing, one way of living, but that couldn't be further from the truth because of all the influences from the other countries. Benidorm has developed its own identity. Some people might not want to admit that, but it's there and it's real. And that makes Benidorm just as Spanish as anywhere else, whether we're talking about Madrid, Valencia or Malaga. Look at this, the mountains in the background. We've got Hotel Carlos there on the right hand side, and we have made it. So we dropped our bags off and we headed out. In all the time I have been here in Spain, I don't think I've seen a beach this packed. This is absolutely ridiculous. Look at this. There is no space left. And here we are with the bars at the front here. I, for one, want an English breakfast. Will I find one? Dunno. I did indeed find my English breakfast. And see, this is the thing. I would usually say when you travel, you should have the local food from that place. But we're in Benidorm. And so I think it's appropriate to have an English breakfast. Not to mention, it's not too easy to find in Valencia. I'm sure you can find it, but you'll be paying an arm and a leg just to get one. Benidorm is just a different kind of beast. You can honestly understand why people come here. I mean, look, they've got hotels everywhere, every convenience you could want for a holiday. And here we are on the front, we've got some toilets. It's beautiful. It is really nice, to be fair. I think Benidorm gets a bad name, but really, it ticks all the boxes, and I think that's the most important thing. And let's be fair, that is what Benidorm is known for. You'll see mobility scooters, I suppose. You'll see them everywhere. People using them, elderly people for the most part, but... There's this beach here, and then I believe there's another one on the other side of here. And here we are at Playa de Malpas. It's a much smaller beach, as you can see. And we're gonna make our way up this stairway. The beach from here is basically just a little cove, but there's so many people. Plan is to just have a little walk up to this top part here, but I just stopped off for the minute to have a look. So from up here we can see both those beaches, that beach there and then the longer one going all the way around. So this is the other beach that I was talking about. So actually really there's three. Leaving that very beautiful area up there, we're heading inland in order to check out the old town. So the old town is literally just there. So the name of the gathering shown here is a religious tradition called Corpus Christi Procession. The location of this beautiful church is in the old town, and it's called San Jaime y Santa Ana. It was constructed between 1740 and 1780, and it's renowned for its whitewashed facades and blue tiled domes. I'm literally standing outside a football factory, but check out what they've got in here. I presume it's not for sale, but look at that, it's amazing. Signed Atleti banner. Aupa, Atleti, woo! So they sell the new Atleti top in there, the purple one with the yellow. It's beautiful, but it's like 140 euros or something like that, 135 euros. So where we are now feels more like the center of the city. You can just see there's so many people, so many shops, so much going on. We're just heading down this way towards the water once more. So we were up here before. This is the other beach. As you can see, the sun is starting to set now. It is unbelievable the number of bars down here. So many. We decided to have a sit down because we've been walking for absolutely ages. As you can see, the sun is starting to set now. So in reality, I don't really need these. Whoa, it's a lot brighter than I thought. Yeah, so we're just chilling out now. Yeah, we still have full day tomorrow and potentially the next day, so. We took a cab back to our hotel, had a shower, went out for some food, and decided to go to the mini disco they had in our hotel. This is a staple of the Benidorm experience, and it would be rude not to get involved. And yes, we did also have a bit of a dance. Moving into the second day now, and our first point of call is to visit the Cross of Benidorm, or in Spanish, La Cruz de Benidorm. Good morning from a rather sunny and warm day in Benidorm. See how long it will take me to get there, about an hour and a half, I think. Today is a solo mission, and the reason why is my girlfriend had to leave in order to go to work. That's absolutely fine. We have a full day ahead of us with lots to see, lots to do. So this is very much a residential area right now. It's cool to see another part of the city of Benidorm. We're actually just heading down this way. I'm following. Google Maps. That's what's happening right now. Look at that, Crystal Palace. So here we are at 10:30. Look how busy it is already. Everyone's decided to come down to the beach. It's absolutely packed. It's crazy to think, you know, in Valencia we don't have this problem. There's so much space for so many people. But here in Benidorm, everyone crowds to get an inch of space. This place is absolutely massive. We're just coming to the end of the beach here. We haven't been down this far yet. So it's gone 10:30, but it's already roasting hot. We will continue. And we haven't even started climbing up the hill yet, so I think if it was a cloudy day or we were in winter, this wouldn't be so bad. But right now, this is killer. I've just checked and it's about 40 minutes from here, so I need to pace myself because there's still a while to go. I just walked past a woman there and she had a face like thunder. She looked so pissed off. I have absolutely no idea why, but I think the thing I'm finding most difficult right now is that there's no benches or seats around here just to stop off. There is a lovely breeze in the air now as we start to climb. In fact, look, you can see how far down the beach is, and we walked all the way across here. Now, I'll be honest, up to now, I haven't been looking for signs for the cross, but I've just noticed this one here, La Cruz. We're going this way. We're really coming out of Benidorm city now, and I don't know if you can see it way up there. There's the cross. We've got about 20-25 minutes left to go. But look at these views already. Absolutely beautiful. I'm boiling, absolutely boiling. I've just taken a moment in the shade as we come around this corner. Look at this hotel. Imagine staying at the top of that. The views would be incredible. Look at this beautiful home here. I've not seen too many people. Thought I'd see more, but one good sign is the people that I am walking past, they don't seem to be out of breath. So my logic being that coming down is going to be a lot easier than going up. I haven't stopped since I started this walk, apart from that moment in the shade. So I can see there's a sign here that says the cross is this way. So right now I'm not really recording anything interesting, and the reason why is behind me I have the most magnificent view and I don't want to show you guys until we get to the very top. It's fine, we're almost there. Now, this is the final stretch. I'm not gonna lie, these are some of my favorite parts of Spain. It's kind of the off the road tracks. We have finally made it to the cross. I need a moment to catch my breath. So I didn't really know what to expect coming to the top of here, but this is, actually it's quite beautiful. If you look, people have written their names here, but this is a cute one, look at this. Mum, Dad, Nana, Granddad, Great Nana and Granddad, no longer here, always near, hope. Loads of little messages. Warm, chlorine-filled water, never tasted so good. Cheers. And as promised, here is that view. So we were saying yesterday that there's like 3 beaches, right? Sort of. There's this beach here, and then it kind of sticks out here, and we were on top of this kind of this outpost here, and then it goes round to another beach on the other side, and that beach is well, it's massive really. As we pan round slightly, you can see where Benidorm kind of just stops, and then you've got the countryside just there. Really not that far at all, but it's so beautiful. Well and truly worth the view, I think. One thing that's always confused me though, right? We're in Benidorm, right? You can see it's right here. They have all this space here. Why not create an airport literally there? Because people are having to fly into Alicante, which is, as I say, way over that way somewhere. And then they have to travel an hour to get to here. Well, if there's so many tourists coming here, just put an airport here. Surely. I'm sure there's some sort of logical reason for it. Okay, so I was just reading this, and apparently Alicante and Santa Pola are literally there. Like the last point along, you can actually see it, which is crazy. That's where I was yesterday. On the train, it took an hour and a half. It's unbelievable. That's the city of Alicante, way in the distance. La Cruz de Benidorm sits at the top of Canfali Hill, the highest point in the city. Well, we say the city, but as you can see from this footage, it's actually quite far away from the city itself, but it's strongly linked to the city of Benidorm. The original cross was erected in 1961 by Catholic friars to symbolize forgiveness and redeem the town's reputation. At the time, Benidorm had gained a reputation as a place for wild tourism. Lots of drinking, gambling, and general partying. The cross was erected as a symbol to spiritually redeem the town from its rowdy lifestyle. Can I also just point out at this point that it was the local villagers and Catholic friars that manually walked with the cross from that beautiful church we saw yesterday all the way to the peak of the hill with the wooden cross on their back. The wooden cross was later replaced after being destroyed in a storm in 1975. Today it's a prominent landmark with panoramic views of Benidorm and the Mediterranean, and a peaceful reminder that even though there are busy, hectic, chaotic parts of Benidorm, there are also peaceful, religious and deeply traditional parts. I first learned about La Cruz de Benidorm from the British TV show Benidorm, specifically in Series 6, Episode 5. In that episode, Jacqueline Stewart takes the ashes of her husband Donald to the top of the hill to scatter them, in a moment that blends the show's signature humour with genuine emotion. What makes this scene especially meaningful is that it serves as a tribute to the actor Kenny Ireland, who played Donald throughout the series. Kenny had sadly passed away in real life, and the show chose to honour him by giving his character a heartfelt send-off. The setting of La Cruz, overlooking the city of Benidorm, adds as a powerful visual to the farewell, making it not just a goodbye to a character, but a respectful nod to the man behind him. For those that haven't seen the show, firstly, this is going to mean absolutely nothing to you, and apologies for this section of the video, but it's also a good time to say I highly recommend you check it out. It's a good laugh, it's good fun, and it gives you a deeper appreciation for the city of Benidorm. And that's all we have time for today. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. If you like this one, check this video out here. Let me know what you thought of Benidorm so far, and keep an eye out for next week, where we will be continuing the adventure here in Benidorm. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.